When Power Rangers was created, only the footage was used from Super Sentai. The series had to come up with all the new names and terms for Zords, gear, morphers, and show titles. Very little was ever kept from the Sentai side. In this video, I'll be breaking down the terminology between the two series and all the names. Both shows have staple terms used throughout the franchises. For Power Rangers, the handheld device that gives them access to their suit powers are called morphers. The individual vehicles they use to fight the giant monsters are Zords. When they're combined together, they're called a Megazord. In Sentai, they have a few terms as well. For the morphers, they're called changers. It's the most common term used overall, but they also do refer to them as brace or bracelet for any changer that's put on the user's wrist, with some exceptions to the rule, like the Dino Commander in Zyuranger and the Shift Changer in Zyuranger. Megazords in Sentai have several naming conventions. The most common ones are God and King, like Daireno, Gao King, and Engine O, but you can also use a generic term to refer to the giant vehicles as Mecha. There is no equivalent to our term Zord. They make up original names for the individual vehicles each season. Another less common term they like to use is Robo, such as Deca Base Robo, Victory Robo, and Time Robo. For MMPR Season 1, the writers decided to simplify the names. The show was called Power Rangers. Let's use the word power throughout everything. But they did still take elements from Zyuranger to come up with the names. The Rangers themselves are called based on their colors. Red Ranger, Yellow Ranger, and so on. In Zyuranger, each Ranger is called by their dinosaur they represent. Tyrannoranger, Tricera-Ranger, etc. Both Pink and Black's animals were changed in MMPR. Zack's Zord is called Mastodon, and Kim's is called Pterodactyl. But in Zyuranger, they're really a Mammoth and Pteranodon. This is a common occurrence in Power Rangers. Other seasons like Jungle Fury and Beast Morphers change animals too. For the Dino Zords, Zyuranger refers to them as Shugoju, guardian beasts. In the original story, the Chugoju were the protectors of each tribe the team is from. We do keep a similar naming system between the two shows when it comes to the Zords. Tyrannosaurus Dinozord, Guardian Beast Tyrannosaurus, and so forth. Tank mode is called Ju Sencha Dino Tanker, Beast Tank Dino Tanker. And for Megazord, he's called Daijujin, Great Beast God. In Zyuranger, Daijujin is alive and the Zyuranger's actual god. Let me skip over the Zords for a bit and take a look at the gear. MMPR's iconic Power Morpher along with Tommy's Gold Power Morpher operate the team's power coins. They're activated by calling out, "It's Morphin' Time!" The hand gestures when shown is raising the Morpher across their body, pulling it back upside down, pushing their hand forward, at the same time flipping the Morpher upright and pressing the red button with their left hand behind the Morpher. Each Ranger calls out their respective Zord. In Zyuranger, the Power Morpher and Gold Power Morpher are called the Dino Buckler and Dragon Buckler. The power coins are called Dino Medals. The way they activate their powers are very similar. Power Rangers in most cases keep the hand gestures from Sentai with some slight differences. In the case of Zyuranger, the buckle that comes with the Power Morpher is a part of the outfits they wear. Since MMPR only used it in the pilot, the original hand gesture they do at the start is different. They spin their right arm counterclockwise and pull the buckler out, then all of them yell out the same activation words, Dino Buckler. One of the things I like with Super Sentai, many magazines come out for the shows and they give you lots of extra information on the production. Not everything ends up explained in the series. For example, the Ranger suits are called strengthening suits and the Dino Metals are made from a material called Gaiatron, a perpetual energy source made from Mother Nature. The Blade Blaster, the Ranger's sidearm, is a little bit confusing in Zyuranger. It's called the Ranger Stick as its overall name, but that also refers to its holster mode. Blaster mode is called Ranger Gun, and sword mode is called Ranger Sword. Since the Thunder Slinger got cut out of MMPR, it never got any official name for itself or its combo Ranger Slinger. Moving on to the Ranger's personal weapons. Tommy's Dragon Dagger in Zyuranger is called Juso-ken, Beast Place Sword. The Power Sword is called Rugeki-ken, Dragon Fierce Sword. The name is also referencing Geki, the Red Ranger in Zyuranger. Power Daggers, Saber Daggers. Power Lance, Trice Lance. Power Bow, Terra Arrow, and finally the Power Axe, Mothbreaker. Combined, they form the Power Blaster. In Zyuranger, it's called the Howling Cannon. The weapons also have two sub-combinations that were never featured on MMPR or Zyuranger called the Twin Horn Cannon and Super Sword Arrow. When Tommy came into the series, he brought with him Dragon Zord. In Zyuranger, he's called Dragon Caesar. Its design is based off Toho's famous Godzilla. Just like how he's the king of monsters, Dragon Caesar is also a king. For the alternate combinations with Megazord, Dragon Zord Battle Mode is called Goryujin, Mighty Dragon God. I always theorized MMPR's name came from this formation. And Jute Daijujin, Beast Emperor, Great Beast God. This is why subtitles don't translate the names. Imagine seeing Beast Emperor, Great Beast God every single time. Which leaves us with Titanus, or Titanos in Europe. It's called Ju Kishin King Brachion, Beast Knight King Brachion. And attack mode is called Choju Sensha King Tanker, Super Beast Tank King Tanker, with the final combination of everyone, the Ultra Zord. Chutokyu Daijujin, Ultimate Great Beast God. Ultimate does get used in a few more seasons like Ultimate Daiboken and Gosei Ultimate, but it's not a consistent term used for the final combos. For my final look between MMPR Season 1 and Zyuranger are the villains. Unlike the Ranger side, where some pieces of the Japanese names get used in Power Rangers, the names of the villains have no relations to their counterparts. The American characters are mostly joke names or describe how the character looks. Rita Repulsa in Zyuranger is called Witch Pandora. Goldar is Grifoser. Scorpina is Lamey. Babu is Totpat. He's not actually a monkey, he's really a vampire. Squat is Bookback. Finster is Prepricon. With his creation, the Putty Patrollers are called the Golem Soldiers. They're made in the Monstermatic on MMPR, in Zyurangers, the Nendora Machine. And last, Lokar, the super powerful villain used in the Doomsday finale. He's actually Dai Satan. Literally, the Zyurangers were fighting hell from taking over Earth. I hope you found this informative. Power Ranger names aren't always created from scratch. They do take inspiration from Super Sentai as well. If you have any suggestion or topic you'd like me to cover, leave a comment down below, and I may use it in next week's video.